So Ultra Easy Air was brought to us by an inventor. He had a device on a breadboard that he had an idea for, and it's actually a vapor generating device. It vaporizes liquid lidocaine to help with the numbing in the upper airway and larynx area.
This procedure traditionally is incredibly painful. People will tend not to do it. They won't get treatment. Children will not do it. Parents won't make their children do it because it's pretty much like drowning. So they currently drip liquid lidocaine down your throat, and that's how they numb.
This nebulizes the lidocaine and it sprays it into your throat, and you don't even know it's there. And it just numbs, and they can numb in specific spots and do whatever they need to. Doctors that have used it have said, this is like going from a torture chamber to a nice little country club. It's that big of a difference.
The client thought of the concept of the device whenever he went through his own surgery to get rid of a polyp on his vocal fold, and the surgery was very uncomfortable. They had to drip lidocaine onto his vocal folds, and it was very uncomfortable for him, and he thought there has to be a way that it can be better.
The inventor, John, brought his device to Realtime, and we could see right away that the device had a lot of promise, and he had done some of the background to look at the market, to look at the need, and he knew himself that the need was very acute because he had had multiple dozens of those procedures himself.
He was looking to take that prototype from, proof of concept, which was a garage style prototype, all the way through manufacturing, and he needed Realtime to help him get there and to get through his submission for FDA.
Realtime really did all of the R&D, so all the way from ideation, working with the inventor to really get the industrial design figured out, and then from there, detailed design, development, test, qualification, certification, and that included all of the disciplines that we have here at Realtime. So industrial design, mechanical engineering, mechanical design, electronics engineering, test engineering, and systems engineering for all of the risk management requirements, user use cases, usability. We helped with the usability studies. Really the whole product development lifecycle was performed here at Realtime.
The challenges for Ultra Easy Air were mostly, since it was a brand new idea coming to the market, getting through regulatory. They didn't have a previous device to go off of. Since this was something really state of the art, it was trying to break into a new market, and getting that through regulatory was probably the biggest hurdle.
Biggest things when you're dealing with this stuff, because it's regulated through the FDA, because it's actually something that's used on a patient. There are things that you have to be careful of that we had some issues with a little bit.
We had to sort of coordinate between a couple of different groups at FDA to make sure our submission was going to be compliant and to a point where they could clear the device. Because that's, at the end of the day, we need them to clear the device so that it can be available for the users, and we can avoid this really gruesome numbing procedure that they have to endure at the moment. The plan for this product is, this is the initial version, but we feel like there's a lot of opportunities now to do a completely disposable version of the device, more of a handheld version maybe, and then this definitely has wide clinical appeal in the laryngology circles. So
there is a wait list of over 200 doctors and clinics that want Ultra Easy Air in their room as soon as they can get it. So the future of the device is going to see a lot of growth in the sense of we're going to have more than just the 5 prototypes I put together. We're going to start getting probably 300 of these very innovative units in the hands of doctors that could use them for the greater good.
John was an integral part of the design process from the very beginning, and it would not have been as successful as it was without him. He is our subject matter expert. The reason that this technology even exists is because of his experiences and the suffering that he had to endure for many, many years, having to go through all these procedures. So we obviously wouldn't be here without him. He allowed us to work very closely with some of his doctors, which gave us amazing access to the environment, the users, being able to really kind of get in there and have a lot of empathy and understand at its core what the device needed to do. John just made that process so much more involved and gave us so much more depth to the experience, which ultimately made a product that is meeting all of its users' needs. So
we have a reputation and expertise in development, and we've grown to a point where we do complete end-to-end product development. So we're one of the few in our region, I guess, that would be able to take on a project like this and bring it all the way to market.
We know what we're doing. Plain and simple, I mean, we've got a lot of experience. Most of the stuff, we do everything, any regulated space we can handle.
They're looking to partner with a capable partner that has a track record that they can depend on, that will give them high confidence that their funds will be spent with the proper stewardship to ensure that they get their product to market most efficiently, time-wise, and also financially. If you get experts involved, you're going to save money because you're going to save time and money, and you're going to get the right device at the right time.
It's been a blast. Absolutely. Every day is something new. I learn so much every day. You learn from so many people, doctors in the field, people that do the market research every day. And yeah, it's been probably the most fun project I've ever been on.
We really care about the patients that get helped with this device. And so our focus is always, in our diligence on how we do our job and how we approach the project, is really about how do we get the best product, the best device in the hands of the caregivers and users, so that we can get the best patient outcomes. That's what we care about. So we're purpose-driven, and it comes down to, this is meaningful work because we're really going to help a lot of patients at the end of the day.